Yang berhormat Saudara Datuk Cikgu Michael Manning, Menteri Pendidikan dan Teknologi kita. Yang berhormat Saudara Datuk Bolan Sagah, Menteri Muda, ahli-ahli yang berhormat Dewan Rakyat dan juga Dewan Undangan Negeri. Yang berbahagia Saudara Datuk Ik Pahun, Presiden DBNA, di mana saya lama bekerja dengan Datuk Ik dalam Kementerian Pelancongan. Actually, Datuk Ik is a very hardworking personality. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Jacob Rido, mantan Presiden DBNA, dan juga Datuk Peter Minos, serta tuan-tuan, puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya mengucap ribuan terima kasih dan penghargaan kepada masyarakat Bidayuh, khasnya pihak penganjur DBNA dan juga Sarawak Bidayuh Graduate Association, kerana menjemput saya untuk meresmikan Symposium yang ke-7 dan juga memberi saya peluang untuk berkongsi pandangan dalam Symposium yang amat penting ini. Actually, this is the 6th or 7th cultural symposium, and I must congratulate the Bidayuh, because you are the first one to organize the symposium this year. As you know, we have our symposium for a certain period, and this year we have initiated to have cultural symposium for all the communities, culminating to a state cultural symposium. As you know, during the past cultural symposium, there are a lot of resolutions as well as a recommendation for the government to look into it and become our input in our policies, both socio-economic as well as to uplift the communities themselves. And we have seen that this is a very effective model where we can get inputs from various communities, and this is being analyzed by experts. At the end of the day, then it is adopted as part of our policy statewide. In this respect, I must acknowledge here that DBNA has contributed a lot in terms of framing our policy, as well as to make that policies relevant to the needs of the community. And that is why you notice that the community, basically in the first as well as Samarahan and Serian divisions, there's a lot of projects, both socio-economic, that really respond to the recommendation of this cultural symposium. Today, I believe you are talking about sustainability, whether our culture can be sustainable in view of the challenges that we are facing in the new world, in the era of technology. Sometimes the technological era becomes a real challenge to us, because way of life has changed. I must share with you, and you also experience this, that technology has really has certain impact on the way we live. Number one, very simple one, is selfie culture. Previously, there's no such thing, selfie. But today, selfie culture become a culture. So much so that if you reject invitation to have selfie, you nanti kena. Dia kata you sombong. But then, when you go out a function, or you attend a function, then people ask for selfie to take your picture. In your heart, take or not? Ambil ke tidak? Ambil ke tidak? Kalau ambil, maybe the one will be reflected in Facebook. Because you can control for them to post in the Facebook. Once in the Facebook, problem juga. Ini apa? Girlfriend baru kan? So this is something that you have to face. And therefore, this sort of changing platform means you have to manage a new lifestyle. And that is where you are talking about culture in the digital world. Sometimes this has also eroded the value of our culture. Because sekarang pun banyak fake, F-A-K-E sekarang become a buzzword. Kerana banyak fake barang keluar. So this is another challenge for us, and we have to manage these challenges properly. And as a result, there are also good things in that era of technology. The question of retrieving information, which is very important, one of which is language. Kerana bahasa is your identity, your cultural identity. And a lot of our minority groups, they have expressed their concern on the erosion of language. 2 weeks ago, I was with the Kedayan community. Kedayan says, possible try to find ways and means to promote Kedayan language, because dia kata mau pupus. The same with another group called Merik. Their language is almost now extinct. And I was with the Malanau say, kena ada intermarriage and migration of Lanao to urban area. For instance, in Kuching, the second generation do not know how to speak Melanau, though they are ethnically Melanau. And this is will happen. I think this will happen to other communities. And therefore, I agree with your resolution to sustain your language and try to build or to produce a lot of linguistic journals that reflect the various languages or ethnic languages in Sarawak, including Bidayuh. With that, Datuk Michael Manyin, I will support you. If you have a program to protect your language. For the Kedayan and Merik, I suggested to them that any student who wants to do postgrad linguistic study, we give scholarship for them to do research on language. I think the same applies with Bidayuh. If you have your students in universities who are going to do research on linguistic postgrad, Yayasan Sarawak will give the scholarship for you to do research on language. Then the question of arts, dances, stories, and a lot of other medium we have to explore in order to promote our cultural lifestyle. And for us in Sarawak, there's one common thing among our native population: the value of gong as well as the drum. Gong is common to every community. Bidayuh has gong, Iban has gong, Melanau has gong, Malay has gong, and also drum. But this means that there must be some historical connection among us, one of which maybe we are of the same stock. That is a basis for us to explore that we are all from the same stock, because the gong itself is a manifestation of that connectivity between us. Maknanya dari sudut budaya, kita adalah satu rumput. But if you study the origin of these languages or native customs, we are the same. Number two is also the color of black. That also reflects how cohesive we are. Bermakna orang Sarawak ni memanglah kaya dengan budaya yang dapat mengikatkan hubungan yang baik di antara kita. That's why Sarawak is a model for unity. That is our culture. We appreciate our culture. We appreciate the wealth of our culture, and it becomes a basis for us to move forward together. And of course, agriculture, way of life, land is intercorrelated between one another. Today you are talking about land. The question of NCR, the question of value of land, land connected with our preoccupation. That is why when Adnan was still in deathbed di atas katil, he asked me and Tegas Ugah. The time is about 1:30 on the 10th of January 2016. It just happened I wanted to meet the late Tok Nan, and Ugah also requested for the same appointment. So the late Tok Nan say, why not come together at 12 o'clock. Jadi kami dua Ugah jumpanya di hospital kita situ. And then we joke. Of course the first question Adnan asked me, apa kata orang kedai kopi? That was the first question. Kenanya sakit bah? I said, don't worry, nothing. You just rest here. And after that, Nyamada dengan Ugah, we were about to go, call back Ugah, try to settle tanah adat. Because that time we had this pemakai menua as well as Pulau Galau issue as a result of the court case tuan rumah Sanda. Jadi Nyamada try to settle this case, and then he asked both of us, look after this thing. Of course I said, memanglah, you just rest itu, jangan you masalah. Kalau ada masalah, kami dua Ugah akan jumpa you. Don't worry, you just have your rest. Then the next day, 24 hours, more or less the same time, he passed away. Dia meninggal dunia. So we have to have how to settle this problem, and I expanded it, what we call land reform. And this land reform does not only confine to the issue raised on Pemakai Manoa, Pulau Galau, but rather the whole native community, because we have one common area here, that is Tanah Adat. It must be solved within the whole community. That's where the land reform comes in. We call it territorial domain, because everybody have similar problem, the question of the force of law. Pemakai Manoa, Pulau Galau was, you recognize the adat, but it doesn't mean that you own the land. So we have to reform the land code, giving force of law to that particular land, and the community own the land. As a result, we amended our land code, and it applies to every community. Malanao, they got problem what they call balau. Kerana balau tu adalah they depend on rumbia, segopang. So they go out and cut segopang for sego production. That is their way of life. So because of that, it's similar to Pemakai Manoa, Pulau Galau, depending on the particular area. So what happened is, we also recognize that. The same with the Malays, they call it cari makan. So if there is evidence to show that they have been there and they depend on that land, it's the same thing applies. The same with Bidayuh. You got your NCR, where you depend. If evidence show that there is land being used within the perimeter of the law, then you get the land. And therefore, the land code was amended, and I call it land reform. That is the territorial domain. Jadi bermaknanya dalam hal ini, apa yang disebut oleh Saudara Datuk Makamani and also DBA, if you got evidence, there is a land lah. Kalau nak sukat lah. If you want to be given title to individual based on your adat, we give lah. I must say here that I congratulate DBA because you voluntarily want to survey your land. Voluntarily. And I think I still remember, I have requested land survey to do that. And it has been done. Maybe now kali apakah? Tim si cukup kan, duit si cukup kan? Yang timnya kurang lah. Kalau timnya kurang, duit si cukup, I can tell you, we give the money, then start again. Si susah nak go. As long as you have the willpower, and then dispute are not there. After all, why give land? Nya ada tanah ke? Mana katanya lah. Nah, kalau dapat disukat, kita sukat. But we call a meeting, special meeting, to discuss this issue again sampai dapat tanah ini disukat di kampung-kampung yang ada, because you can guarantee me no dispute lah. As long as no dispute, we give the title, and then whatever you want to do on the land, up to you lah. That is individual freedom. Sama ada you nak nyual kah, you nak cultivate kah, become an economic capital kah, up to you. Kalau you nak jual, title ke tangan you, mana kata you lah. As long as you sell to another native, so that the status is not changed. Otherwise, the native will get eroded asset. Asset is important in economic value, but if you erode your asset, meaning you don't have asset. Money is powerful. Kalau you don't really value it, then you become people having no asset. But I believe the Bidayuh are smart people. That's why banyak graduate Bidayuh. In terms of population to graduate, you got a lot of smart people. And I believe that you won't do that. Jadi for me, no problem. Kalau mau tanah, go ahead saja. Suka saja. Tender mau, berilah tender. And then one thing I must tell you, the land reform that we did was the question of PL, provisional lease. Last time, bagi provisional lease termasuk NCR. That's why you got problem. But today, no. No PL is issued until after the NCR land within the perimeter has been surveyed. That is amendment to our land code. Mari masuk sekali. Sa PL, go ahead semua. Ini dah tanah wang kena. But now, survey first. If there is pockets of NCR, that NCR has to be surveyed first. Then excise from the PL. Meaning there won't be any dispute anymore. Last time PL sapu bersih. Ya, kita dapat problem ya pasal sapu bersih. Sebab ada kampung nak dibulldoze. The same with Sempadi. One Sempadi kampung nak dibulldoze-nya ada PL. Si boleh. So I have done my part. I have amended the land code that before PL is issued, survey must be done first, so that the original owner get the land first. This is something which has been done under the land code. Jadi ini ada hubung kait dengan keadaan sosioekonomik kita. I have done that, and I have to be bold. Of course, some people interpret it differently. To me, I don't care, because God is the witness. As long as you believe in God, you fear God, you just do what you feel is right. Don't care what other people, because after all, you are answerable to God. For Muslim, we are answerable to God. For Muslim, we be questioned after this world. Jadi whatever I say today is being recorded by God. Jadi ini cara saya. Saya dah berpolitik pun lama juga. Macam-macam gelombang. I have gone through all the waves in politics. Nasib jak si tenggelam. Dapat timbul juga. Until today as your chief minister. But I think this is a challenge. I'm the chief minister of the Bidayuh too. I'm not the chief minister of the Malay. That's when we have this issue of land, it must be equitably solved among communities. And this is what we have done. Well, the time will come to have a new chief minister. Yeah, it's normal in life. After this will be another one coming in. Just like your communities, you got the leaders coming in, going out, coming in. That's part of life. And that is the way how we challenge the future. Finally, I'm going to share with you this digital world. Of course, some people ask me, why go for digital? My answer is, kalau si makai digital, si ngekot uang, kita pun toko juga. Because the digital world today is developing too fast. Whether you like it or not, you are part and parcel of this 4.0 revolution, industrial revolution. And this new landscape. The challenge is perception. Kalau ada teknologi, it's a matter of perception what is written in social media. Whether true or not different. It's just a matter of creating perception. Yang macam orang main ball. Orang main ball, timnya dua buah tim lah. 11-11. Orang main ball. Orang nangga 60,000. The spectators seeing the football match 60,000 in the stadium. But they play, the players only 12. That 60,000 semua expert. Salah shoot punya. Kenapa kenanya ni sia? Cobanya lagi kat dia. The commentator kena position, kena right wingnya kat dia. Cobanya leh sikit, shoot betul-betul masuk gol. They are the expert. The 60,000. Sudah main 12-22 orang setengah mati. Ngesut ball. Buat 60,000 semua salah. Cobalah dekat gol, kenanya nangkap bol ke daya. Bodoh katanya. Bukan main ya bodoh. Maka setengah mati. Kedaya juga Facebook ni tu. Facebook one comment, one statement, komennya 100. Semua salah. Abang Jo, kenapa? Abang Jo ya? Kena juga. Semua kita tu, especially politician minta maaf lah, YB. Semua kita YB tu. Semua salah. Komennya apalah, nyembolah ke daya. Nyampun komennya 100-200 komentari. Semua salah. Siapa yang masuk, pokoknya tahu. Kawan kita tu, sidak PH dah jadi menteri tu, baru tahu. Bingung jadi menteri. Sorry. Kita sama diri lah. Walaupun PS ada halah. Udah jadi menteri, baru tahu. Duit pada si Juku. Belum jadi menteri, semua salah. Nampalah yang melayan NCR kata tu. Dah jadi menteri baru tahu. Jadi this is the new social media. They create perception. And sometimes positive, sometimes negative. Not to ditakut kita, because throughout the world, social media determine what happened in that particular country. The Spring Revolution in Middle East is because of social media. It can be positive, it can be negative. And now, they are talking about international interference in our domestic politics. Menang, nak menang, I don't know. Previously, they're talking about that fellow who mentioned about they try to influence kita for the last how many years, 10 years kah, 15 years kah. There's one clip mana, siapa nama buat, Dening kah, apa kah nama. Madah, they have been trying to undermine Malaysian politics. Berapa lama? Through social media aja wah. Because you create a perception. And this will become our challenge. Because it has something to do with our culture. Mungkin yang anak culture kita tu dah outdated. They may think, why you jacket like this? You don't know, because the culture perception. And this is very dangerous. Kerana it has been proven. Magiknya social media, last time, not structured, but they call it propaganda. Adolf Hitler managed during the Second World War to have a very strong propaganda. He has one minister just in charge of propaganda. But at the end of the day, propaganda makan diri. Because he believe in what he said. Yang pun malahnya tinggi, can you believe it? Tak. It is just a fake one. Then it started the downfall of Hitler. Jadi kita tu mau jaga-jaga. Kalau orang malah muji kita, jaga-jaga. Jangan menang, no, ya. Jangan suk diri, wah. Sebab ya kalau orang muji saya, takut saya. Kerana kalau dia muji saya kuat gila, saya pun percaya nak pujinya. Walhal, nya aksen aja muji. See, you have to evaluate properly. Tapi yang itu kita ambil saya birthday, okeylah, dah menanglah saya birthday. Tapi the question is, this is the challenge of the future. And if you say, hey, please stop it, you cannot. You cannot stop it because it will come. The only thing is, we follow the bandwagon, but we control it. We manage it properly for the sake of our future. Finally, the question of information. Information is very important. That's why this Sarawak we want to have big data. Land and Survey sudah diarah untuk menggunakan information system that is current. They call it LASIS, Land and Survey Information System. As long as by the finger you click to LASIS Land Survey, you got all the records of your land. And number two, we can issue land title immediately through LASIS. And this is the positive side of digital era. Maybe tomorrow after survey, after survey, you want the status of your land, go to LASIS system lah. Then ask for land title to be issued. Just a matter of short period of time. And that is important in terms of storage information as well as retrieving information. And with that, we have all the information in our favor. Information on MA63. MA63, we got all the information available now. We went to London, we got all the information. That's why saya berani. Saya walaupun Petronas ngebak kita ke mahkamah, I am ready to face Petronas even in the court of law. Why? Because we got the information. 1954. Establishing our territorial domain. Now, domain you, our territory, border that cannot be changed under our constitution. Under our constitution, Article 2, you cannot change border unless approved by DON and Conference of Rulers. 1954 border is our border. And we are forming Malaysia based on our single entity, Sarawak entity. We want to amend our constitution back to the original Malaysian agreement. Malaysia comprised of one Federation of Malaya consisting the state, two Borneo state of Sabah and Sarawak, and of course Singapore. Singapore dah keluar, but the other two must be there. We cannot be the same as Melaka. We cannot be the same as Pahang. Datuk Adnan initiated this, I will continue. Datuk Adnan is no longer there, but Abang Joe is there. We will do this one. I'm sure all Sarawakian want this to be done. Betul tidak? Kita nak balikkan hak ini. Dan juga land adalah exclusive right of Sarawakian. Just like your NCR. Your NCR is your land. But in terms of the statehood, Sarawak, land is our right. Nobody can touch Sarawak land. Sebab ya, that border important. Continental shelf is our land. Jadi saya upgrade our OMO, Oil Mining Ordinance 1958, is already there. And PDA cannot supersede OMO. PDA may be relevant to that, but not relevant to us. I said it's not null and void. It's still there. The law is there, but not relevant to us. Sebab don't never accept that law. Sarawak Assembly never endorse that law. Kalau si endorse, it's irrelevant to us. That is our position. Sebab ya, kita mesti pertahankan right kita atas tanah. And it is very clear under 2C, land is state matter. And then under 8J, 9 schedule, they say development of oil field, mineral resources is subject to 2C. Subject to the state list. Kalau state list kata no, you cannot do it. And that one is our right. I will not compromise on that right. That is our right. Sebab ya, kita dimbak ke court, kita lawan. I said, mbak ke high court, kita lawan. Biarlah orang nak saya. Wana overthrow saya, overthrow lah. But the question of our right must be protected because I am on oath to protect Sarawak Constitution and Malaysian Constitution. Jadi inilah kita punya hak atas minyak dan gas. That we will go on. I must thank the Bidayuh community because you got Sao to help me from Bidayuh community as CEO of Petros. Now is the question of, I said, this discussion on oil and gas, jangan politik banyak gila. That is our right, the rest leave to the professional. I'll ask Petros to discuss with Petronas because they know about oil and gas. Kita politik tu minat kita tahan right saja. The rest we leave to the professional. InsyaAllah, God willing, I think we will be an active partner in the industry of oil and gas as far as Sarawak is concerned. We will protect it. Jadi, tuan-tuan, that is part of our culture. Our culture tu sometimes inbuilt. Berani kasih berani. Kadang-kadang it depends on you. Kadang-kadang adalah art of war tu. You have to do something. Orang kata you stupid lah. Ada orang kata saya lemah lah. Last time I was accused of trying to bring UMNO. In PBB kononnya I am more biased towards UMNO. Orang kata ya biar, because in your heart you are known. Kadang-kadang orang lemah lembut tu bisa. Kadang-kadang orang berani kesak. Cakap tapi kayak lari. Mesti tu boleh tahanlah dengan bong. Apa nama dia? That is where it's depend on your heart. In this particular case, I won't budge because it is all there in the Malaysian agreement. Kalau tak, saya pernah Datuk Najib saya bergurau Datuk Najib. Datuk Najib, you are Prime Minister. Your father signed the agreement. It just happened God placed me as Chief Minister. And my father also signed the agreement. If your father signed the agreement, my father signed the agreement, anak mesti oblige the agreement. Mesti taat pada agreement. Kalau tidak, we are not doing our job. Orang tua di atas pun nanggap, apa-apalah anak tu. Si ngekot kataku. Mati ya kita. So ladies and gentlemen, akhirnya saya mengucap tahniah kepada pihak Bidayuh, masyarakat Bidayuh di BNA let us work together for the future of our state and respective our political affiliation. But what is important is that we move forward and build our community and the state together. And with that in mind, I again would like to say thank you to the BNA and the Bidayuh Graduate Association for your input. As I said, whatever resolution you have, we will look into it. And if we can adopt it, we adopt it. But it becomes the basis for us to formulate our policy that will be good for the community themselves. With that in mind, thank you very much. And I wish Bidayuh, the 7th Cultural Symposium, every success. With that, I have pleasure in appreciating this symposium of today.